So Luke, I've been out recently in a number of workshops, and EGR coolers are a hot topic right now. They're one of those units that when they fail, I mean they can fail quite catastrophically. They're also buried. So when workshops are considering a replacement, they're looking for something that they know is going to do the job right, send that car away happy and not come back. Now, you and I both know the OEM equivalents are available, but there are genuine alternatives that potentially have some of those root causes or those faults that have been rectified. The Goss unit that we're looking at right now, you've been quite involved in some of the improvements. Do you want to run me through what's been done to this?
Yeah, that's right, Clint. So the main difference you'll notice about our cooler for these vehicles as opposed to the OEM is the thicker, beefed up if you will, TIG welded collars around the joins to the heat exchanger. And one thing you can't see is the stainless steel tubes inside the heat exchanger, which have also been improved to prevent repeated failures such as the OE.
And this is critical. This is where typically the fault will happen. If something internally cracks and allows that coolant to then enter the intake track, we're looking at potentially a hydro-locked engine, and that's anywhere from 10 grand to a written-off engine, or a written-off car, I should say. Now, as far as this particular unit and fitting it, it's also worth knowing why the problem started in the first place.
That's correct. The most important thing when replacing an EGR cooler is to identify the root cause of the failure. So it's really important to check the health of the cooling system, all those critical components such as radiator, water pump, thermostat, anything that could cause excessive heat in the cooling system could potentially cause an EGR cooler to fail again.
Now, we've also put out recently a number of technical bulletins about these units. Whether you're doing an OEM or you're fitting a genuine alternative like this Goss unit, the vacuum bleed.
Absolutely, yeah. It's really important to make sure there's no air bubbles left in the system, because even a tiny air bubble caught in the heat exchanger here can cause a phenomenon called a steam explosion, which will rupture those tubes once again.
Absolutely. Now, the kit here, it's obviously not just the cooler. All the necessary components to get the job done are incorporated in the box.
That's correct. The last thing you want when you're halfway through a job is to realise you're missing a gasket or missing a bracket. That can add hours, if not days, waiting for the OEM part to arrive or replacement part. So we've made it a one-stop solution. You've got your gaskets, mounting brackets, hardware where necessary.
There's a big range of diesel-specific parts here through Goss. This technology you've put across a number of EGR coolers. Another common cooler that we know about, the Ford Ranger.
Yep, Ford Ranger BT50, both the earlier models with the 2.5 and 3 litre, and then the later models with the 2.2, 3.2.
Luke, this is awesome. I think workshops need to know about this as a genuine alternative to the OEM, and I know fitting up one of these, following the correct procedures, doing that vacuum bleed, we both know that's going to get cars on the road quickly. So thanks again.
Thanks, Clint.